I think white people think that other people want to be them. I think they think other people want to be white. They actually think that people are looking at them ordering Charlie Kirk's at Starbucks in a show of solidarity and thinking, God, I wish that was fucking me. They think people want to be like them. Bro, nobody wants to be like white people.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. This video is so funny because it is true. Like, white people think that they are the norm, the status quo, and that they are the blueprint for things, and everything outside of the scope of being white is not normal. I can speak boldly for the majority of black people on earth, that I will say 99.999% of black people. In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. With everything that we experience in the world, with everything, all the history we have, all the racism, microaggressions, macroaggressions existing in this world, having to prove yourself, being better than everybody just to get an equal level playing field, I would always choose to be black. I couldn't imagine not having 20 cousins, having fake cousins, being communal, going to church, having growing up in my grandmother's house, having dinner at my grandma's house, having a drunk uncle that has hoop dreams at 50 who used to be a rapper. I couldn't imagine not having all the things that bring me together as a black person with other black people. Seasoned food, rhythm, music, clothes, swag, style, impact. I just could not imagine not being this person. So if you're watching this and you're white and you really think that you are the blueprint because the world has told you so, that's a lie, bro. It's a lie. I would never want to be white. Even, don't get me wrong, there are some people out there that have issues internally, self-hatred, and that's due to our history in this land and the world. But the majority of us would always choose to be melanated in the next lifetime. Have a wonderful day.
You know, racism is sad and frustrating on so many levels. It takes so much self-harm to remain steadfast and defend a absolutely destructive methodology of human interaction, right? Racism is a social system, and in that social system, white folks are weaponized to destroy and defend the destruction by remaining ignorant, by remaining not wanting to have real conversation or learn about other cultures or experience another way. As long as it fits our social perspective that we are better than somebody else, by making someone else look like they're vicious when our history is right in front of our face vicious. Right in front of our face, we see Bill Gates and the destruction that he's doing to the planet and the medical industry, and all of it is based out of Europe because healing is based out of indigenous and aboriginal cultures, and that's just using the earth the way that the creator intended, right? So literally, we are harming ourselves and defending ourselves and remaining in this place of ignorance. And we are doing it with such energy. And it is just sad to watch. And it's sad to watch because there could be so much enjoyment on the other end if we literally learned how to treat folks the way that we are treated by every other culture that we have been dismantling. African culture, they're not trying to hurt us. Black and brown, as we call them, indigenous folks that just want to be part of the planet are not trying to hurt us and can help us get reconnected, healthier lives, and just enjoy ourselves. That's why I ask, race for what?
When you look at how media and history have been presented for centuries, there is a pattern going on. Like the Black struggles has always been highlighted. What about the Black joy? What about the Black excellence? it has always been dismissed, or perhaps it's not been given so much attention the way the black struggles is being given attention. So when I came across the clip of this black woman talking about how some of the palm colored people are always so happy to see when black person struggle, and it always trigger them when they see the black people succeeding. And that's why around the world in the media, they always decide to show how black people are struggling, how black people are poor. But when it comes to the black innovations, the black joy, they rarely show that. So guys, welcome back to Afrojudy. I really appreciate your massive love and support. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, and let's dive in straight away.
If you can't trust nothing, or you can't trust no one, you could surely trust nature to tell you the truth. When you look out this window, you see the tree and the cloud. The cloud reminds you of cotton, the cotton field, where your ancestors sacrificed, worked hours, long hours, 12 hours, sometimes more, to pave a way for you all, just so you can shit on them. These clouds should be a reminder to you all of what you are fighting for every day, why you are here, and what is your purpose. These clouds out there on top of those trees, that reminds you of that cotton, should remind you every day of where you will go, what you will be doing if you all don't get it together. See, the cotton grows on the tree. It takes about 2 years for cotton to revive itself. What you've been seeing in films is your ancestors picking cotton from shrubs and bushes. Now, how is that significant? It's significant because it will show you and tell you how conniving and disgusting these white people are. See, the sun shines in that blue sky. It rises and it sets. White people didn't want to work the cotton field. Not because they couldn't, but because they got a lot of pleasure of watching your ancestors sacrifice their lives, bleed, die, deteriorate. It was all for shits and giggles. The shrubs of cotton that you see was sprayed so that they wouldn't grow into trees. They used a growth regulator, a plant growth regulator, that instead of them waiting 2 years for that cotton tree to grow, they will stay as shrubs so your ancestors could break their fucking backs so they can break their fucking backs, so they can sweat in the sun, so their hands could prick and bleed from that kind. They could have waited 2 years. They chose not to. They've been playing this game, manipulating shit, trying to play God and shit. They're unnatural to this world. It was all for shits and giggles what they did to your ancestors. They enjoyed it. They could have waited for that cotton tree to grow. 2 years, that's all it took. They could have just made a little apparatus, a stick, go in that tree, pluck them down. They chose not to. They enjoyed their pain. The same way they enjoy your pain now. Going to work every day. Not having time for your children. Not having time for yourself. They enjoy it. Even the diabetes, where you see your grandparents, your mothers, sometimes your kids pricking their fingers. That's a reminder of the cotton field. They enjoy it. You really think it's normal to have these diseases, to have diabetes? How about if I tell you it comes from the cotton field? It comes from those growth regulators that they've been spraying. A lot of these diseases that they say is genetic came from those plant regulating hormones. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth, because nature doesn't lie. Everything that they are doing to you right now is for shits and giggles. They enjoy it. They could have went out there when the sun went down and did the work. They chose not to. They could have worn some protective clothing and went out there. They chose not to. They got a pleasure out of the pain of your ancestors, as they do today. They get a pleasure when you cry, when you hear your son's been shot in the streets. They get a pleasure out of that shit. And there you are, shitting on your ancestors every day. Because you think it won't be you. It can't be you that's going to go through this. You're going through it now. They just gave you some cheap clothing to put on. Put their names on it. You're no different from your ancestors. That's you right there, working that cotton field, working for that money. That's what it's made of. hybrid cotton. It's hybrid, not even real cotton. Fake shit. Just so they could laugh at you. So before you say you're not your ancestor, look outside, look up. Look at them clouds. You're in the cotton field.
The Black people have endured centuries of suffering, colonization, segregation, slavery, discrimination, and still they're enduring some of these things right now. Even after the end of Jim Crow era, even after the end of civil rights movement, there was still police brutality, there was still mass incarceration, there are still discriminatory housing policies and even underfunded education, because some of the palm-colored people were really triggered seeing Black people succeeding in life, and they don't want also to see Black people happy. And that's why when I came across the clip of this Black woman, I really got so inspired, because these are the things happening right now, and the traumas the Black people have, all the atrocities the palm-colored people caused to the Black people, and they still don't want to take accountability that they did it. So for all these centuries, the Black people have been trying their best. They have been trying to live. They have been trying to maneuver in life, even though the system wasn't designed for them. Like some of the palm-colored people always see them as a object, but not as a human beings. So that is the main reason as to why the media and the history rarely shows or teaches people about the Black innovations, about the Black excellence, about the Black joy. Like for instance, if you check out the Black innovators, the successful Black businessmen, businesswomen, the successful Black politicians, the media won't even show them that much the way some of the palm-colored innovators, politicians, businessmen are being shown. And even the Black culture, the music, how the Black people have the most influence in the world. You know, the power of Black influence in the world. And this is why I came to realize that in the United States, majority of the palm-colored people during the protest, they always want Black people to come and help them in the protest, because they know very well how influential and powerful Black people are. But my question is, why is it that the media is trying to dismiss the Black joy and the Black excellence, but it's only busy showing the Black struggles, the Black suffering, and how bad the Black people are? Even in African countries, it's still being shown on the media how poor Africa is. And yet Africa is developing right now. It's not the same Africa that is being shown on the media. It's not all the slums that are being shown on the media. You know, people have that perspective that the slums being shown on the media, and that is how Africa, the whole of Africa is. Africa is a big continent, 54 countries, and right now I can say that it's developing. I'm from Africa and I know what I'm talking about. So the way the media is trying to show all these things so that the Black suffering can be seen as a big deal, then they see people, Black people, as lazy people who doesn't want to work, as thieves, as bad people, as a threat to the society. This is not how it should be done. Like, the media should change that perception, the perspective of showing that Black people are suffering. The trauma that the Black people have, if they want to heal, I think it's a high time the media should start showing all the Black excellences, all the Black innovators, the creators, the businessmen, like the success of Black people. If the media starts doing this, then it could be even a better, the world could be even a better place for all the people. But by the media just showing the black struggles, the black suffering, is not making sense. And in fact, right now, all people are suffering in the world, to a point that I came to realize that majority of the palm-colored people are even living in their cars in the United States and some of the Western countries because they can't afford life. It's not the life that they expected, especially those palm-colored people who voted for the orange man. You know, they knew that life's gonna be better when they vote him in. And right now, it is getting so expensive to a point that they can't even afford life. And yet, their suffering is not being shown on the media. Some of the palm-colored people are homeless in the United States. This is not being shown on the media. They are only showing how black people are homeless in the streets. They are only showing how black people are walking, picking some of the food remains in the bins to show that black people are poor. And yet I've seen, even in some of the Western countries, literally on the street, I've seen palm-colored people going to the bin to pick the leftovers, begging on the street, asking people for money. And if he's a black person, that is the only picture or only video that these people will take to show the world how black people are suffering. But if it is their own, they're deciding or perhaps hiding it from the world so that their own can be seen as rich people. You know, like some of the Africans still have that mentality that all palm-colored people are rich. Wait until you move to their countries, you will understand whatever I'm talking about. People are literally suffering. People are literally working paycheck to paycheck and they can't afford life. I've seen white beggars on the street asking for money the way it's being done in Africa. You know, to a point that I was even asking some of my friends that this is happening in your country. I thought that you guys knew that it's only happening in Africa. I'm so shocked that it's happening, but it's not being shown on the media. I've also been asked money by a palm-colored person in good faith, not in bad faith. You know, sometimes life can be life, you understand. But now, my concern is, why is it that these people are only busy showing how the black people are suffering? And again, some of them are so happy seeing black people suffering, you know. And I came to realize that they like black tears so much. They like seeing black people shedding tears, crying, not happy. This is their joy. So to all black people watching this video, especially if you are in the Western country, know that you are strong. Know that you can have that mentality that you can always do it no matter what, and don't let anyone bring you down, because in this world all people are suffering. So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And today we just outside chilling, relaxing, because when I heard that woman talking about the clouds and there is how she related it, I decided to come out, but there are no clouds. There are no clouds outside. It's so cold, 12 degrees. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your massive love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, I'm your presenter, Judy. Kindly give me a follow. Until next time, peace and love.